Hey guys, how are you? My name is Utandongunezi for those of you who don't know, and for those of you who do, welcome back to the channel. Yes, thank you so much for tuning in once more, you guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, just be here to see the growth with me. So today guys, I am so excited about today's video because today I'll be telling you guys about what I did with my inheritance. Yes. Okay, so I'll give you guys a bit of background, but before I do, again, I would like to apologize because I'll keep looking down, whether it's at my phone or the list that I've written down, just so I could track myself in terms of what I have to say, because trust me, there's a lot. Okay, there is a lot. Okay, so let's get this video started. So in terms of the background of my story, the way I ran into this money was my father passed away in 2016, January of 2016, and when he passed, I was married. I wish I was. I was not married. I was pregnant. When my dad passed, I was pregnant. I was, I don't know, 6 months pregnant. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah. So, girl was in the pits. Yeah, like nothing. And to make matters worse, my mom chose to resign the same year. And you know how long these monies can take. So that year was the worst. Mugel was pregnant. Mugel was not going to school. Mugel was just, you know, pashile. Why pashile? Shame girl. Lo I mean. So okay, my dad passed in January, and yeah, so it was like terrible, and yo guys, but yeah, we soldiered on and sanfula lap. And then you know how they say these monies can take long, even up to 4 years and whatnot. It was not the case with us. What happened was when was this? I think in July, end of July or early August, or it must have been August, the first SMS came through. So the first SMS was from Sanlam. It was his retirement annuity, and I remember I got, I think it was 9,600 rand. Yeah, I think it was somewhere there. So you can imagine, Mugel is pregnant, ne? And you're still going to hear all about the baby daddy. Yes, so Mugel is pregnant. Here is the baby daddy who is not responsible at all, calls every 3 days. Hi, fine, I'm at home, I'm not studying at the time, I can't really apply for jobs because I'm highly pregnant. So yeah, so I gave birth to my daughter in May. So you can imagine, with all the circumstances that I've just highlighted for you guys, giving birth and to make matters worse, I was pregnant at the same time with my sister, and she had a responsible baby daddy. So it was just like, you know. But Mugel was just like, super weak, yabo. Just like, Mugel, super weak. Yeah, both be strong, Jane. So luckily I had a baby shower, and for my baby shower they bought me some clothes for the baby and other essentials, and then I also got myself some things, and my mom played a very vital role in raising my daughter up till that point. Up till now. So yeah, so that money came through. It was firstly an SMS that said tomorrow we will deposit but it was the next day. So I stayed up the whole night waiting until I couldn't, and I just dozed off. And when I woke up in the morning, 9,600. I won't lie, at first I was just like, how 9,000, how I can eat this money in one day, yabo. But then I was just like, okay girl, look at the positive side. My cell phone was giving me problems, so the first thing that I did was to buy a new cell phone for myself. I bought that cell phone, and then I remember I bought a pram for Sbani and a car seat. I did not have a car. Did my mom have a car at that time? I don't remember. Yeah, she did. So I was just like, whenever the kids need to go with the coco somewhere, this girl must have a car seat. Okay, so Sbani got a car seat and a pram, and then I bought her like clothes, and I bought her like 3 months worth of toiletries and nappies, milk, all of those things. And then I bought a whole lot of food because, you know, I like my food. Yes, I bought a whole lot of food. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. And then it was just like 2 months after, there was no money to be seen, and I told my mom like, okay, that money is gone now, I don't have any of it. And she was like, but it's fine, at least you did things that you know you really needed to do. So yeah, that's what I did with the first portion of the money. Okay, now to the second bit of the money. So it was, I think it was a month after, yeah, that I was just not even about that life. I was just like, yo, money can go by so fast, you know, but at least it wasn't a lot of money, but it's fine and whatnot. And then this one morning I was up to feed my daughter, and then I noticed that there was an SMS on my phone. So it didn't pop up, it was just like an SMS. And then when I opened it, Haibo, so many numbers. I was just like, hi, what's going on? Yabo? And so I was just like, I looked. There's like a lot of numbers, and I'm like, okay, maybe you need to like sit down for this one, get up and sit and actually see where the commas are. And so I sat, I was feeding my daughter on this side, and then I, you know, rationalized these numbers. And then I realized, oh my gosh, so much money. I've never had so much money before in my name that I could do anything that I want to do with it. So yes guys, it was I think it was 269,000. It must have been, and this was my dad's pension fund. It was my share of my dad's pension fund. So yeah, I am telling you guys about this now because I know the money is finished. Okay, no one will come and rob me or ask for anything because my money is gone. I blew it. Okay, yeah. So now this is the process that happened. Okay, now this is where I'm gonna keep looking down because it was a lot of money. Okay, and I just, you know, was surprised, like, and anxious. And so I did a lot of good things, but I did make a lot of mistakes as well, you know, coming from someone who hadn't known anything about money and had not had that amount of money in their name before. So I remember when I got the money, my mom was awake. So I went to the you know, living room, sitting room. I went there. I was just like, Mom, look. And she was like, how much is this? I'm like, no, it's 269,000. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yes. And she's like, maybe you should buy a car. I'm like, you know, Mom, like, I really love you, but you know, this is the worst financial advice that you can give me at this point. Okay, thank you. But yeah, anyway, maybe you guys should understand that I'm that person. If I get like a lot of money, I would rather do a lot of things, you know, than to take money and just, you know, boom into one big ticket item. I am just not that girl. I wasn't that girl with that money as well. So this is what I did. Okay, I went to the bank, right? And I remember I didn't even bust money. I was just like, if I'm fresh, I need to go and sort out my money issues because before the fraudsters come for my money. So I went to F&B, and then I asked them if they could please separate the money for me. 200,000 went into a 30-day notice account, and 50,000 went into a 7 days account. Yeah, and then I left the other money. I was just like, this one is for me to chow, you know. I will just eat it like never before. So yeah, that was the first thing that I did. I went to town and I was just like, separate this money for me, and they separated it just as I mentioned. Okay, I also took about 1.5k every month just to take care of Sbani and myself, you know, buy her toiletries, milk, food, whatever, and for my toiletries and whatnot. Yeah, I also spent about 800 rands helping out with groceries at home. I remember my mom got her money soon after that as well. So the struggle was over. So yeah, I helped at home just because I was there, and I was there with my daughter. So what are you guys eating? So yeah, I had to, you know, help with that as well. And then I went shopping. Woo, Miguel. Okay, I was now like pretty sure of the weight that I had after baby Sbani. So I was just like, Miguel, you need to change your wardrobe. You need to have new clothes. You need to have new clothes for church and whatnot. So I bought a few clothes, but it wasn't much. It was just like maybe 3,000 rands worth of shopping. And Diminage, I mean, Mr. Price girl, you know, that girl. So that was quite a lot of clothes. So yeah. Okay, another thing that I did, I job hunted because Bunny was now older, and you know, I could look for jobs. I applied for my BTech and I job hunted at the same time, but I didn't job hunt for like town planning jobs. I job hunted for anything and everything because I just wanted to supplement this you know, lump sum that I had, and I didn't want to go like, you know, broke in 3 months. So I was just like, yeah, I need a job, and it's better now because I can look for a job without any limits. If I can, if I can, I have to. If I have to go to Durban, I can go to Durban. If I have whatever I need to do, I can do it. So yeah, I was just limitless, and so I traveled a lot. I stayed over at places, and money got used there. Hey, okay, so now my baby daddy had not seen my daughter except for the one time that we went to his home, Siobigi Sisu. So I was like, you know, maybe you should see the child, and because you can't come this side, we'll come there and I'll book us a place and we'll just stay in for a weekend. And I asked my mom was like, okay, fine. And then we went, and I took care of that whole trip, in inverted commas, food, accommodation. Luckily for me, I'm a cheapskate, guys. Luckily for me. So some money got spent there, around 3,000 rands. Yeah, money got spent. Okay, and then alright, I did my BTech at DUT. I did my BTech. Tuition was around 33,000. I remember that, and then there was accommodation and whatnot. But I'll get to that later because there are so many stories about that. Okay, so tuition for BTech 33k. Okay, now we have to get to this part of accommodation. So when I went back to school for my BTech, my baby daddy was academically excluded from school. He had friends that could sort that out for him, but he was also financially excluded, so you know, he couldn't win with both. So I suggested that he looks for a job, yabo. So he was telling me about friends in Joburg, and I'm like, you know, you should join them. You know, people usually in Joburg don't stay a long time without finding anything, so you'll probably find something as well. And he was like, okay. The next thing, Mugai is just like, no, you know what, I think I'll just come to Durban, I'll look for a job in Durban. I'm like, okay. And then fast forward, the guy just comes to Durban, he has not found a job, nothing. He's like, okay, I'll just come and job hunt, I'll stay with my cousin. I'm like, okay, fine. So at the time I was staying at a student accommodation. I was sharing my room with 2 other people, so there's 3 of us, and the room was 2.2 a month, which I thought was very expensive for Durban rates. So I was planning to move out, but to somewhere cheaper. So baby daddy comes and he's like, you know, maybe you should find a place where you can stay with me, because Vele, you have the money and whatnot. So guess what, I end up in a 3,000 rand bachelor, where I pay for electricity on top of the 3,000, and I pay for okay, we didn't pay for water, I pay for electricity. And the bachelor flat, it was not even a flat, guys, that place did not have furniture, so I had to buy a bed, I had to buy a chest of drawer for like our clothes, or a wardrobe, or nje. So I bought it, and now I had to buy groceries, not just for myself but for 2 people. And I still had to take care of somebody back at home. I had to pay the nanny, I had to buy the clothes, I had to do everything, because Mugai was unemployed, and he would be like, you can see that I don't work and whatnot, so I cannot support the child. So I was trying my best, Nami, at the same time, to make him, you know, get some income so he can help me out. So that happened, and it lasted for 3 months, guys. That was the worst 3 months of my life, okay? I have never been subjected to such ever in my life. It was just like, a mess for days. And it took 9,000 rand in rent. I don't know how much in groceries, I don't know how much in furniture, but I parted with a lot of money at that stage. So yeah, that went. And I had to help him with transport, I had to help him with this, that. At some point he even said I should buy him new clothes, and I was just like, no, it's not gonna happen, I'm so sorry. No, ask other people to help you, like, you have family, I am not your family. And he was like, no, but you know how my family doesn't like me. Yeah, guys, I almost went into the pits with that guy. I'm just like, no. So yeah, that's what happened. I lost a chunk of money. Okay guys, now let's move on to the other things that I did with the money after that tragic moment or season of my life. Okay, yeah. So luckily for me, I passed BTech regardless of everything that went on. I passed my BTech, and so I had to go to graduation. So I basically took care of my entire, you know, graduation and the expenses that came with it. I booked myself, because I was graduating in the morning. I booked myself and my boyfriend at the time, which was no longer the baby daddy. Yes, move on fast like that. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, we went to graduation, and I basically took care of everything that had to do with my graduation. My parents just had to organize transport to come and see me graduate. and I graduated, and that was like a high and a good way to spend the money. Okay, so when I graduated, I'd already started with my internship. So the move from home to starting the internship, I stayed with my sister, and then I looked for my own place. So all that money that was being used at that point was from my inheritance. I did pretty much everything, the little things that come with moving to a new place and whatnot. Yeah, and this time I was cool with sharing a room. I did not want to stay with anyone. Yeah. So yeah, that's where the money went, some of the money. And then my salary for my internship was not a lot, okay. So I had to match my salary so that I could survive, take care of myself and take care of Usmani back at home by paying the nanny and making sure she was fed and whatnot. Even though my mom wouldn't like call me and say, it's like pay and whatnot, but I just had to, show responsibility towards my baby. So I had to match my salary, and so about 30 something thousand went with that as well. So do the math. At the same time, I realized that the funds are running low, right? So again, if you want to see some portion of this money in a year from now, you've got to do something. So I decided that I'm going to invest 30,000 rands of my money with Old Mutual. So I sorted that out and I did that. So whatever was left, I was like, okay, if I die, I die, it's fine. Yeah, the amount that was left, I did my driver's license, everything from lessons to booking to whatnot, and luckily I got it the first time around, so that worked. Oh, and then I had I remember I'm a big Joyous Celebration fan. Well, I'm not sure now, but like Joyous is my, what do you call this, band, choir, whatever. So yeah, some of the money went with going to see Joyous live. We had to book ourselves. I went with my friends. Shout outs to Mbali, Norma, yes, you guys. Yeah, so I went with those people, and yeah, we had a good time. We enjoyed ourselves, and money was used. Oh, and then in between, Sbani had birthday parties. They weren't too bizarre, but they took some money, so I had, yeah, that was some of the things. Okay, it was part of the things that I did with the money. I had birthday parties for my daughter, first, second and third, I think, because she turns third, no, first and second. Yeah, so that's what I did with some of the money. Yeah, I hope I'm not forgetting anything important, but that's basically it in terms of the things that I can remember and account for. I mean, there's food here and there's just choosing to top up something. Oh, I remember this one time I had like a family braai at home, and I sort of took care of that. But there's little things like that don't really, that aren't really significant. Some of them I've counted, but they add up. At the end of the day, it adds up, and that bank balance just keeps becoming less and less and less. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did. So now, in conclusion, So am I happy with the way that I spent my inheritance? Oh yes, I am very happy about how I spent my money. I did make some mistakes, but it's mistakes that I get to correct now that I'm working, which is why I took the initiative, you know, to study finance. Okay, I'm not studying finance, but to you know, to study things about money and how money works and whatnot, even though I'm not going to school formally for it, but I'm just like, you know, researching, watching videos, anything and everything that will make me educated. And if I am to run into a lump sum of money in the future, I can spend it a bit better than what I did with the first lump sum. I am very proud of myself because there's quite a lot of highlights within this. I took myself to school and I was serious about it, and so I graduated. I helped myself with my first job, and other people get helped by their parents. So sort of my dad was like there to help me. So I'm very proud of myself and the way that I've spent money. Did I blow the money? Yes, I blew it. It's gone. The only thing that's left, it's that 30k investment that I made with Old Neutral that I plan on using very soon for something that I really want to do. So practically I blew it. Okay, when did I realize it's good rough, you know? I realized when there was like the total of the money was like 100k, so I was just like, okay, this is not going to last forever. But I just had that in the back of my mind, like, this is not going to last forever, you better use it well and whatnot. So I'm very proud of myself in general, Jay, of how I use the money. And I hope somebody or who is going to run into some money take some pointers from this. Get rid of boyfriends, or if you can, just tell them you do not have any money. Like, don't tell them about the lump sum that you have, because that was one of my biggest mistakes. But knowing myself, I'll probably do it again, because like, Mugel just can't shut her mouth. Okay, so yeah, so that's about it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching up until this far. And this week's shout out goes to Ulwazi. Lwazi is my colleague's son. Lwazi, I hope you're gonna watch till the end. Shout out to Lwazi. Lwazi left me a note on my desk saying hello YouTuber while his mom was working late at work. So Lwazi deserves that shout out. Yeah, I know I promised a lot of people shout outs, but guys, okay, but this one goes to Lwazi. Lwazi, thank you so much for being such a fan. I love you, love you, love you. Okay, thank you so much guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could please just subscribe to the channel. I will be rolling out more content. Like the video, share the video with your friends, and like the video if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. Toodles.